Good morning, dear students of class 8. Welcome to the English online learning class. Today we are going to take up the lesson from your book Honeydew Great Stone is Phase 1. So before you read, seen from a distance, in this picture you can see hilltops and huge rocks. They seem to assume various shapes, and this is what happens in reality. They may resemble an animal or a human figure. You yourself must have noticed this. People attribute stories to these shapes. Some stories come true, others don't. And so this lesson, Great Stone Face, is one such a shape that reminds the inhabitants, the people who were living in that valley, of a prophecy, of a saying, an old saying. What was it? Did it come true? So let us read in this lesson. One afternoon, when the sun was going down, our mother and her little boy sat at the door of their cottage, talking about the great stone face. So mother and son, they were sitting at the door of their cottage and they were talking in the evening when the sun was going down. They had only to lift their eyes, and there it was, plain to be seen, though miles away with the sunshine brightening all its features. And what was the great stone face? The great stone face was a work of nature, formed on the perpendicular side of a mountain, or by some immense rocks, which had been thrown together so that, when viewed at a proper distance, they resembled the features of a human face. So actually, it was the work of nature, and when seen from a distance, the rock appeared as if it was a stone face. If the spectator approached too near, if the person who was watching, if he came too near, he lost the outline of the enormous, huge face, and could see only a heap of gigantic rocks. So, on going near, it just appeared to be rocks, piled one upon another, but seen from a distance, the cloud clustering above it, the great stone face seemed positively to be alive. It was the belief of many people that the valley owed much of its fertility to the benign face that was continually beaming over it. So this was what the people of the valley thought, that the valley was fertile because of the blessings of this kind and gentle face. A mother and her little boy, as we said earlier, sat at the door of their cottage, gazing at the great stone face. They were looking at the great stone face, and they used to talk about it. The child's name was Ernest. So the name of the child was Ernest. Mother, said he, while the great stone face smiled on him, I wish that it could speak, for it looks so kindly that its voice must indeed be pleasant. If I ever see a man with such a face, I should love him very much. So this is what the little child said to his mother. It appears as if this face, this great stone face, is about to speak. And if I happen to see such a man, I'm going to fall in love with such a person. If an old prophecy should come true. So mother said, if this old prophecy saying it happens, answered his mother, we may see a man sometime. We would be able to see this man sometime, because this is what everyone believed. Prophecy is a statement that tells that something is going to happen in future. An old saying which establishes the fact that something is going to happen in the future. With exactly such a face as that. What prophecy do you mean, dear mother? So this child Ernest asked his mother. eagerly inquired, Ernest, please tell me about it. So the son, he tried to know from her mother what was she talking about. So his mother told him a story that her own mother had told her. So whatever her mother had told Ernest's mother, Ernest's mother started sharing with her son. When she herself was younger than little Ernest, that at some future day a child should be born near here who was destined to become the greatest and noblest person of this time, and whose face in manhood should bear an exact resemblance to the great stone face. So this is what mother said, that in this valley a person, a child would be born who would resemble the great stone face. Many still had faith in this old prophecy. So people still trusted, they had faith that this is going to happen true. But others took it to be nothing but idle talk. But some people considered to be it a rumor, an idle talk. At all events, the great man of the prophecy had not yet appeared. But exactly till now, the great man who resembled the stone face had not come on this valley. Oh, mother, cried Ernest, clapping his hands above his head, I do hope I shall live to see him. So the child said, I hope that I will live to see such a man. His mother was an affectionate and thoughtful woman. It was proper, she thought, not to discourage the fanciful hopes of her little boy. So she said to him, perhaps you may. So the mother did not want to dishearten her child. She was an affectionate and thoughtful lady, and she said that, yes, you will live to see this real man resembling the great stone face would come to the valley. So we'll stop here and we'll continue with the remaining in the next class. Till then,